As you all probably know by now, Sudi51 is a genius. He has made one bad game, and my personal favorite game by him is of course No More Heroes 2. It has some amazing bosses, so today I'm counting down every single one of them. Wait, the Autarch already made this list? God damn it, he has made everything! Well, I guess I'll have to talk about the bosses in my second favorite Sudi51 game, Lollipop Chainsaw. Oh my god, you can't go more crazy than this. Lollipop Chainsaw has some real over-the-top humor, cursing every fucking second, and the music is perfect. Hell, might be my personal favorite soundtrack of all time. The plot of this game is pretty stupid, but this is a game you really shouldn't take seriously at all. Basically, there was one kid in college which got shot in the corner, so he wanted to take revenge on the whole school. With black magic, he revives 5 dark purveyors so they can destroy the whole damn planet. And every single purveyor has their own music taste, such as punk, metal, psych, funk, and rock. That is extremely clever. Only 6 bosses may be a small amount when looking at games like No More Heroes, but all of them are very enjoyable. Almost. So why not make a list on them since no one else ever will? This is my personal top 6 Lollipop Chainsaw bosses. Let us start with the hippie chick Mariska. Now this is the only female boss in the game. Please don't think I'm sexist, but this chick is just annoying. And the battle is pretty damn repetitive. She has an extremely annoying speech pattern as well, almost sounds like she has an orgasm all the time. What? In a game this perverted, don't expect me not to be. Well, now to the battle itself. This is the only battle which is not close range only. You will have to use your chainsaw blaster on her in her bubble and dodge the bubble she shoots at you as well. One thing worth mentioning before we go on is that this is basically a drug trip.
I'm tripping balls right now!
Oh well, let's just continue. Shoot her until her health goes down to 0 and then cut her in the face, cutting her in half. Holy crap. But wouldn't you know it, this is actually a bad thing as we come to part 2 where she becomes 2 Mariskas. Wait, 4 Mariskas! What the hell? Only 2 of them can attack you though. One of them summons an arm or hand. I'm not sure what to think of that. The second one gets a freaking truck. Shoot every bubble, which includes 1 Mariska, until all of them are down. But you also have to shoot the one on the truck because it really does some damage to you. When you kill all 4 of them, you kill her the exact same way as last time. And she...
One truth become... Two truths become... See the truth before your eyes.
You gotta be kidding me! So now you have to fight even more of them. Well, on the good side, the battle just gets more fucked up from here. Yes, that is a good thing. Mariska's eyes are on the walls. And now their attack is to shoot rockets everywhere. It can be tough to dodge this attack. She also has a giant hand which spins her guitar around, and it can also punch Juliet to the ground. To attack her this time, do the same thing. Again, shoot at the bubbles until her health goes down to 0. Can you see why I dislike this fight so much now? It's repetitive and really long. It gets boring after a while. Oh well, at least her death scene is kick-ass.
Choke on your Birkenstocks, you psilocybin munching moron!
Heavy. Peace out. Way out.
So satisfying. Well, seeing as the music is my favorite part of this whole game, I might as well talk about it. I'm gonna be honest, this song is one of the best songs in the whole freaking game. But let's face it, it couldn't help a boss like this. Nick, describe this boss for me, please.
Oh, this bitch is stinky.
Damn straight. A boss based on metal? This should be the best boss in the game, right? Yeah, no. It's a good boss and all, but it's rather weak, to be honest. For my taste anyways. Let's just get to the battle. Vicky, or however you pronounce it, is a Viking. He, just as every boss in this game, is pretty cocky. But he has a pirate accent. Arrgh! The first phase is just a 1v1 melee battle. Slice your way through his heart, but be careful though, as this guy is pretty damn strong. He can jump around a ship and hit you with his axe, so you'll have to move around and make your own tactic here. Not just be a tank and go straight to melee. He can also guard, so you will have to move around the ship here as well. Vicky does an attack where he rams into you and smashes the ground, making you paralyzed for a second. You must react fast here, or he can manage to attack you again. I fucking hate this move, by the way. Then we have the same thing over and over and over again until his health is all out. You then cut the Viking in half and the phase is over. Hear me out here. In the second phase, his legs runs around while his torso is flying. That's awesome! You should kill the legs first because they're so easy to kill. Slash it or shoot it with your chainsaw blaster 2 times. Yes, did I mention that this phase is pretty easy? Now you just have Vicky's flying torso left, which takes more hits to take down than the legs. But you know what really sucks about this phase? He does the same move all the time. Ram into you and smash to the ground. Yes, I covered that. Move on. The only difference is that he can summon back his legs, but let's be honest, those were easy to kill anyways. And he could also play on his drums, for some reason. Just shoot him with your chainsaw blaster to get him out on the battlefield again. And you win! Psych, you silly dumbass bitch! He has a flying head now! Of course! Take out your chainsaw blaster again and shoot at his shocked face. His attack now is his hair, I guess? Okay then. He will glide around like a pinball, and it's pretty damn hard to dodge him. There's nothing really much other to this phase. So, what's the verdict? This boss is pretty good, but it's so repetitive that it just gets boring after a couple of minutes. And since he was the metal zombie, I expected him to have a great boss theme. The best boss theme, in fact. But would you know it, this boss theme is the weakest theme in the game. It's not bad, I guess, but it's so weak compared to the other boss themes. Seriously, which one do you prefer? This? Or this? see where I'm going with this? Sorry, Vicky, but your pirate personality couldn't save you here. Oh god, this battle. I'll admit this is probably the funniest boss in the entire game. A black pimp who loves to party with an auto-tuned voice? Yes please! The battle itself, while very easy, is a fun battle. In the first phase, Josie will be in a UFO flying around. Just shoot him with your chainsaw blaster or get close to him and melee. One thing worth mentioning are the half-naked women on his UFO. That's pretty hilarious if you ask me. Once you slash him once, he will fly into the air dropping 8-bit bombs at you. And I mean many of them. You can't reach him with your chainsaw blaster on the ground, so you will have to go up the rainbow stairs and shoot him on the top. Watch out though, as he still can throw 8-bit bombs at you. Once you hit him sometimes with the chainsaw blaster, he will go down again trying to ram into you. He also has an attack which is like Simon Says. This battle is so damn old school. Once he's out of health, we get to the second phase where you and Josie fight on the big UFO in space. Epic. But this fight is also very easy. All you have to do is slash all the blue things while avoiding Josie's laser. Once you destroy all the blue things, you end the fight. This is one of the best battles in the game. It's funny, it has 8-bit things in it, and it's so damn colorful. Why is it not in the top 3, you may ask? Well, this is one of the shortest bosses in the entire game, so there weren't much to talk about here. And the second phase is on a time limit, and you should probably know how I feel about those. The music is okay. It's rather weak, at least for Lollipop Chainsaw standards. Overall, good fight, but the flaws cannot be overlooked. Let's finally look at the final boss. Fat Elvis? Nice. This battle is probably the most epic out of all of them, no doubt. But there's some flaws I can't push aside. But we'll get to them later. Why is this boss so epic though? Well, the level before it has some Dragon Force-esque music in the background. Need more explanation than that? Seeing as the level is part of the boss, I'll go ahead and babble about that too. You will be on a long road slaying zombies while Killabilly is throwing cars at you. Once the cars are right in front of your face, push the button shown on the screen to slash them in half. Shit. Julia's a badass, if you know what I mean. There's not really much else to the level other than that. Shame. The other stage of the level, Fat Elvis will shoot lasers at you that you will have to dodge. The lasers have auto lock on, so it can be tough to dodge them. Now, why not talk about the actual damn boss? When the battle starts, Killabilly will grab you and you will have to shoot his face and get away from his other hand trying to squish you like a bug. When he covers his face, you will know when to strike. Once he takes away his hand, you have to shoot exactly on his eyeball. Okay, here's the reason why this boss isn't any higher. Like me and many Let's Players I've seen during this fight, you will run out of ammo on your chainsaw blaster, making you wait at least 2 minutes to make more. I mean, come on! Ugh, I'm too impatient for this. Other than that, you still have a fun boss to face. Killabilly has 2 attacks at this phase. Puke out a human being on you, or as I mentioned before, try to grab you. But once you shoot out his eyes, he will try to throw you into his mouth. Now spam the square button or B button to get eaten anyways. Force failure much? Juliet will attack from inside his mouth, and he is forced to spit you out. Now the second phase begins. This phase is where it can get really difficult. Killabilly can spit out countless of zombies and also throw a car at you, which follows you through the whole phase. You will get hit by this car many times. Trust me. Once Fat Elvis takes down his hands on the ground, you can finally attack him. But be careful as he can crush you with his big ugly nails. Now give him a little nail polish and then cut off his fingers. This is brutal. Now let's jump on his arm and make our way into his mouth. Oh, you saw it coming. What's the point of having a huge boss if you're not gonna go inside of him?
That's what she said.
Get lost. And then we get the ending. And for something like Lollipop Chainsaw, it's pretty sad. But no spoilers on this list. I'll get to that ending one time in the future. Anyways, this boss is epic. It's only a little too easy to be a final boss, and that Chainsaw Blaster flaw is a little tedious. Other than that, great boss, great execution, and oh god, the music.
Alright, who do we have next?
You think that hurts me? I just jizzed a little.
Oh.
To describe Zed in one word, crazy. This guy makes every boss in this game seem tame, and that's a damn good feat, seeing as we have a pimp riding a UFO, a fat Elvis, and a Viking who fights with his own head. During this battle, Zed will curse at you so much that he actually gets a little annoying, but I think that's what he was intended to be. Zed's first phase is very basic. He will try to hit you with a spiky microphone and run around as fast as Sonic.
You're too slow. No!
Anyways, Zed would also try to attack you with his own words. Yeah, swear words flying in your face. That's both hilarious and pretty fucking weird. But seeing as this is the very first boss in this game, it's fairly easy. It's very easy to dodge every single attack, and you could defeat this phase easily without losing a single bar of your life. Just slash him with your chainsaw. Since you don't have the chainsaw blaster at this point, you're forced to have a melee fight, which is something I really like. Once he's out of health, which will happen very quickly, by the way, chainsaw him in half. Then he will literally just build himself back to normal. Now he will summon those speaker towers and jump around on them. It's pretty self-explanatory what to do here, but I'll tell you anyways. You must hit the speaker tower he's on and he will jump to another one. Repeat this process some time until he dies, and then you're done. In this form he only has a frisbee attack, which is literally smaller than Nick's head, so you won't have any problem dodging that either. Now he will summon the biggest speaker I've ever seen in my life. Cut the giant speaker in half whilst dodging Zed's attacks in order to finally kill this bastard. There's always a third phase. This phase is pretty much phase 1 over again, only with different music. And the challenge is a little tougher, and Zed has a new attack where he basically goes into speed mode and takes rapid attacks on you. Now it's time to finally kill him with one of my favorite death scenes ever.
Jeez, so emo.
One hell of a way to go down. Seeing as this boss is very short and pretty easy, there weren't much I could go on. Now you might be asking, why the hell is it so high then? Well, this is the first boss, and we're granted with an awesome battle like this? Yeah, it's probably my favorite first boss ever in a video game, alongside Metal Gear Ray from Rising and Little Slugger from Super Meat Boy. Also, the voice actor for this guy is none other than the composer of the boss themes himself, Jimmy Urine. Urine. Speaking of boss themes, how well does this one hold up? Well, I'll let you be the judge of that. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my favorite boss in any video game ever. I present Lewis fucking Legend. Here we have the perfect 70s zombie, the zombie of rock and roll. The first thing you'll notice about Lewis is his motorcycle, which can shoot bullets.
What a fook!
When you see that, you're 100% sure that he will kick ass in this fight. And you would be right. In the first phase, he will drive around outside of the arena, where you can't reach him, not even with your chainsaw blaster for some reason. In the fight, Lewis will summon bones from the ground and zombies to the arena to attack you. Once he drives into the arena, it's your chance to strike with either your chainsaw blaster from a distance, which is much easier, or melee him to death with your chainsaw. But I would advise you melee since it does so much more damage. While attacking Lewis, you will have to kill the many zombies surrounding you as well. They can be a pain when you try to attack the boss. Kill Lewis off and we will go to the next phase. But before we do, I would like to point something out. Lewis has the best boss theme in the game. No questions asked. So let's get into all the phase songs. Phase 1 is pretty catchy, but it's probably the weakest out of the 3 phases. But if this song is the weakest, you'll know that you're in for a treat in the next phase. When the first phase is over, Lewis will fall off his bike and make an elephant mech. Now this is where this boss really shines. First, the music. Just take a listen. Can you get any better than this? Well, yes you can. The mech will glide around and attack you with his saw on his hand. It can also do a ground pound, which is very hard to dodge since he only uses it when he's close to you. To defeat the mech, you will have to do it like last time. Shoot it with your chainsaw blaster, which is much more safe, or melee him, which does much more damage. It's your call. That's something I really like with this boss. You're not forced to use your chainsaw blaster like in the other ones. You have 2 different tactics into defeating Lewis. Another thing this boss does much better than the others is challenge. It's probably the toughest boss in the game, but it's so fair so you don't have anyone else to blame other than yourself. But what really makes this boss better than any of the others is the elephant mech does a freaking moonwalk. When Lewis is out of health, you do an epic kill and some of the mech will explode, but the phase is still not over. Lewis will get 25% of his health back, and the phase goes on for a little longer. Then you have to get his health down again, and make the mech explode a second time. Now let us mix the first and second phase together to make the ultimate battle. Now Lewis will drive around in an elephant mech motorcycle. Sweet. Sadly, there's not much to be said that I haven't said already. He has many of the same attacks in the previous phase, except the difficulty is much higher, and Lewis is much faster. The music? Nothing special. Just one of the best boss themes I've ever heard in my fucking life. What else is there to say about Lewis other than it's epic fun? I'm the chosen hero. And why didn't I pick Lewis for top 25 mechanical bosses?